Yo, welcome back to Mental Groove. Today we're locking in on another wild Kevin Samuels clip that's got the internet in a frenzy. Before we press play, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and hang tight. I'll be dropping my full take right after the video. Let's get straight into it.
Hello,
Hey,
how are you?
doing good. How are you?
Good. Do you have me on speakerphone?
Do I have, sorry, what?
You have me on speakerphone. There's a lot of background noise.
Is that a bit too loud?
You got to take me off Bluetooth. You got to take me off Bluetooth and just have me on directly.
I'm not sure if that's better.
That's better right there.
Better?
Yeah. How old are
Okay,
you?
great. I'm 26.
Okay. Why don't your friends like me?
I think you're incredibly direct. You call out this victim mentality that a lot of people, men and women, don't want to recognize that they have. And I think that's really confronting for a lot of people. I personally love it, but I think you're a hard pill to swallow a lot of the time.
Well, I mean that true. I can be polarizing, but the truth is often polarizing. Uh, but outside of the tone, what do they have an objection with?
Hmm. I think there's an element that you're not selling a fantasy. You're telling women that they have to have equal contributions to the relationship, that they have to really step up and be the queen if they want to get a king. And I think there's a fantasy that's sold to us, which is we can just sit pretty and things will just happen for us. And you're debunking that fantasy. And a lot of people just don't want to hear that.
Well, it was sold to you. It was sold to you in second wave feminism. It was sold to
Mm-hmm.
women that if you go to school and get out there and find a husband, it won't be a husband, it'll be a partner. But what you guys have been taught runs counter to your biology. I don't know. Your audio is still a little bit off. Do you ever watch the content with your friends? Do you ever sit down and watch with them in a group?
Not in a group, but I know girlfriends who do watch it and who are just like, I don't I don't like this guy. He's just talking shit. He's just bashing women, that sort of
Hmm.
thing. So I do know that they have that opinion.
Do you guys live in the same city, or are these friends that are remote?
So some of them live in Sydney and then in Australia, where I'm from, and then some live in other cities as well. So I have
Okay.
girlfriends overseas in the US.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna organize a show to where you guys who have friends who dissent, you can actually organize a watch party you can all watch together. I think that'll
Sounds
be
great.
interesting to have you and your friends in Sydney all watch the same broadcast, and then yeah, good idea. Appreciate you calling in. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.
Do
Bye
do
bye.
do 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 do.
Oh my God. I'm like, excuse the bonded. It's late. I didn't even think you were going to answer.
Excuse.
Oh my God.
What part of the world are you in? Are you
I'm
what
in
time
Washington.
zone?
I'm in Washington, D.C.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay. Why don't your friends like me?
Uh, I wouldn't say my friends don't like me. Probably like one, and like I feel like my family don't like me.
You're talking about me, not you. Me. That's the
Oh,
content.
I'm sorry.
Did you have a question, or are you even on the topic? Because you seem like you're a little out of it.
No, I'm actually really tired.
All right, then. Why'd you request to be on the show?
So
Hello,
what's
how
the
are you?
question? I'm good. How are you?
First off,
Sorry.
how old are you?
I am 31.
My question is, why don't your friends, why don't your people like me or like this channel? Why don't they like it?
I don't think they like you because you keep it real. You like Bugatti, be quiet. You're kind of like them looking in the mirror. They see the truth. You speak true facts. Sorry, this
Uh,
is dog. He tripping.
yeah, yeah. He's like,
People
do
don't like to
you
hear the truth. I think that's why.
do your friends talk to you about? Do they ever watch this stuff?
Yeah, my friend was actually on your show a few times. You probably just denied her.
Uh, okay. And when they complain, and what is the specific complaint they have?
specific complaint
Hmm. You don't have to be. You don't have to have be word for word.
that you bash women. But
How?
again, I think that goes back to you. The things that you say is like the shit that other men probably think, but they don't say it.
But okay.
It's just honesty, I think.
But is bashing women okay? If I bash women, then what do they say women have been doing about men for my lifetime? When they talk about men who are short, broke, I don't want no scrubs, little dick energy. I mean, what is what women do every day?
Bash.
But why is it okay for women to do that?
It's not okay on neither end for them to do it. But I think you're like front and center doing it. No one else's other guys are doing it.
I think it's
I
more
don't
than
think what you're doing is bashing though, but I'm saying what they're saying is that you do bash, and the reason I feel like they are on you about it is because you have this live. You're front and center with it. As opposed to
I think I think it's a little bit more than that. I think it's
what do you
because I think it's because I'm talking about the very men they want to be with.
mm,
I'm not. I mean, if I was talking about just the guy who was the a Uber driver or pizza delivery, they wouldn't care. But I'm talking about the very men these women say they want to be with, and I tell them these men don't want you.
that's the truth. And I think that
But
question
that's
that you
bad.
had asked a
But that's
couple weeks
bashing
ago.
to them.
I mean, it's not bashing to me. But
Okay.
the question that you asked a couple of weeks ago, you had said you asked. I don't remember the exact wording, but it was something to the nature of, "What do you have to offer a man that he wants that you haven't given to another man?" I think
Yep.
that was like so thought provoking to make a person really think like, "What can you offer?" But I
Well,
feel like that's where it started at with a lot of people that I have asked the question.
well, glad we're gonna get to the bottom. I appreciate it. I'm gonna bring some more folks in here. Hang out for a second, okay?
Okay.
Hello? Who's just in here? Just a second. Oh, you're in the dark over there. Engagement button. Remove.
Oh
Hey,
man,
how are you? Hold
I'm
on just
good.
a
How are
second.
you?
I'm gonna start answering some questions to you guys. Go ahead. Hold. Excuse me. How old are you?
I'm 31.
Okay, do me a favor. Could you hold the camera steady?
Yep.
All right. So, why don't your friends or your family or whoever like this channel?
Um, they don't like the channel because, I mean, you're basically telling the truth about everything you say.
Okay, I'm not understanding why do okay. One of the things I often hear women say is they don't want men to cheat
Mhm.
and they don't want men who are dishonest or liars. But I've heard 4 women tonight say they don't like their friends don't like the channel because I tell the truth.
That's the thing. That's the thing about it. I don't know. I feel like
All these women got the same pattern. They're modern, they're loud, they're unsure, and they can't handle truth, especially when it's coming from Kevin Samuels. It's actually absurd, man. In this day and age, with all the access to information, podcasts, content, books, you'd think people would be more self-aware, but nah. They show up on Kevin's show with delusion in full gear, talking about they want a high-value man, but when asked what they offer, it turns into a debate. They're either still figuring it out or they're independent businesswomen who don't need a man until 40 hits and they're suddenly asking, where are all the good men? It's the same script every time. No accountability, no preparation, just unrealistic expectations. What Kevin did was hold up a mirror, and when people saw the reflection, they got triggered. And I don't blame him for being direct, because the sugarcoating clearly hasn't helped. This generation needs truth, not feelings. If you can't handle reality, you're not ready for relationships. Point blank, period.